What up? What up? What up? We back in the building. Fly Free Sports once again. We yeah, like it's time. It's that time. We last time Mari was here, it was a big lead up to the draft and all that. We was kind of making guesses and predictions and shit about what we thought the team was gonna do, the direction they was gonna go in and all that. But now that we got some answers, Mari had to come back, you know what I mean? And we had to chop it up about the future of the Giants, the president of the Giants, and all that. So Mari was good,
Yeah,
man.
no, I'm good, man. I'm chilling, happy to be back. You know what I'm saying? Anytime we could talk about the Giants, good or bad or whatever, I'm here. So now we got to talk about it because, like you said, we did our predictions. We did like what we thought they should do. And if y'all follow us on any of these social media platforms, y'all know we post about the Giants. Like I said, win, lose, draw, whatever. Like you already know, we gonna have something to say. So we had to pull back up.
Facts. So as a lot of shit has transpired since then. First and foremost, I'm gonna keep it real. Like I still got my Cam Ward hangover and shit. Like it ain't all the way out
Yeah,
of my system. Like I know
yeah,
it's still there. So, but I'm trying not to be mad about it because I like the things that we have done.
right. Yeah,
So,
I gotta. So shout out to one of my homies, one of my closest friends, my dog Dwight. He's a Tennessee Titans fan, and when I realized that like the Titans was locked into the number one pick and they was getting Cam Ward, I hit him up immediately and was like, "Yo, bro, if y'all actually draft Cam Ward, trust me, like he's one of them for
he that.
sure. Like, don't even, you know what I'm saying? Because he's also like a North Carolina fan and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, look, I don't know how much of Miami games you watch, but take it from me. I'm a Wolverines fan, and I watch more Miami games than I did of the Wolverines. Like you know this, we was talking back and forth
Yeah.
every single week that Cam Ward played. So
Yep.
I let him know off the rip, like this is a special kid. So like ever since then, he been sending me clips of like hearing Cam Ward talk. And all he said he liked what he's seeing from him. And I said, yo, bro, trust me. You ain't seen nothing yet. I promise you. Like y'all got one for real. So,
Yeah.
so I do gotta shout him out for that. Because the Cam Ward thing for me, once I realized that, like, okay, we're not gonna get that
Yeah.
number one pick, we're not gonna trade up, whatever. I had to start going through the motions of like, am I ready to
Becoming that
am I
piece.
ready to like watch him and every single time I see him make a throw, and I'm just like, I can't fully enjoy this because he's supposed to be with you know what I'm saying? So
That's
I'm
gonna
I'm
happen.
I'm good now though. Like you said, I'm good now. It's been a little while since the draft. So I'm okay with it now. I'm at peace with the Cam Ward shit now.
Yeah. Like I'm good. I'm good until I see him play. It's one of them type of things. Like
100%. Yeah,
but I
100%.
ain't gonna trip though. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be like, damn, man. But
Yeah, I'm a Cam Ward fan. Like, don't get it twisted for one
for sure.
second, dog. Like,
Oh, I'm watching it. That
when
first
he
Titans
play,
game.
yeah, when the Titans is on, if the Giants ain't, even if the Giants, I don't know, we got to see how the Giants play because they be pissing me off sometimes. So, but if the Titans are playing, they got an extra viewer with me. I'm gonna watch them. So
I already looked it up. We won. We play at 1. Them niggas play at 4. So
I'm watching it.
that's
Yeah,
the game
no,
I'm watching.
yeah, I'm watching it. 1,000,000%. I'm watching every single snap of that Titans game. I promise you.
Hell yeah. So, but yeah, a lot of good shit has happened though. Other than that, to the
Yeah,
Giants.
yeah.
Good draft, bro.
Great draft.
Straight off the top, Abdul Carter, Jackson Dart traded up to get him in the first round. I
Yeah,
mean, just that alone, that would have been a good draft with just them two. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's a fact. But so let's really start with the Abdul Carter pick though, right? Like before we
Mm-hmm.
even get to the rest of the draft, the Abdul Carter pick for me was like leading up to it. You and I had these conversations, and I told you like if we take Abdul Carter, I'm gonna be upset. But the reason why is because I wasn't sure what their plan was gonna be when it came to quarterback,
Right.
and I felt like Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter. I said this about Travis Hunter too.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we take one of these guys, it's gonna be putting you putting a foreign car in the projects, dog. Like we don't you could spend that a better way or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But they took Abdul Carter. I'm never gonna shun the Giants for like trying to shore up their defense because that's where we made our name. Like when we won those
Right.
Super Bowls, it's defense, it's the trenches, especially like right there up front. So I'm cool with that. As soon as they made that pick, I started panicking because I was like, okay, now what? because like every team after us has the ability to take whoever they want. We have no say so in this shit, and we get Jackson Dart. I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
I'm good with that. I'm great with that.
I was cool with it. I think that like even around that time when that happened, it was still a thing. Like, is Shedeur going to be the guy, or is Jackson Dart going to be the guy? Even though it was like 20, because at that point we didn't even expect Shedeur to be there at 20, whatever that was.
I thought he was going to Pittsburgh because the rumors that came out earlier, like a couple days before draft, whatever, that like if he was there, and it was like, well, I don't know why he would be there at 21 or wherever pick they had. I think it was 21, and it was like, yo, this is gonna happen. Like he's going. Don't be surprised if he goes to the Steelers. Now, as the draft went on, I thought that the Eagles was going to take him on some funny shit.
I thought they were too.
They had the last pick like right after the Chiefs in one of those rounds or whatever, and then they didn't take him. And I was like, okay, I thought they was going to be on some funny shit and just take him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that surprised me. The Jackson Dart shit surprised me. But I will say that I think that Brian Daboll earned the right to like make this his pick, because that's a Brian Daboll pick. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you Joe Shane, you got to go with like what but you're looking at Brian Daboll, last year when they played the tape, he said, "Do you like Daniels?" Yeah. He said, "You like him enough to trade up?" Yeah, hell yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? So clearly he got an eye for like the type of quarterback that he wants, whether he's right or wrong about Jackson Dart. It's the quarterback that he wants. Right. And that's all that's all we can ask for as fans is our coach gets the quarterback that he wants. Now, whatever Jackson Dart ends up, I can live with that because the coach saw something and was like, this is the type of guy that I see for our team. And you know what I'm saying? We can talk about that like a little bit too with the, us not getting Shedeur and shit. But when you see Jackson Dart's the meeting and everything, he went in there and smoked it.
He did. Yeah, he was impressive. And I think Daboll at the same time ensured himself a couple years, because they're not gonna fire him even if we have a bad year this year. They're not gonna fire him because they need to see Jackson Dart in that system. So
100%, he bought himself at least 3 years. Like if you telling me that this year Russell Wilson is our starter, I'm cool with that. Like I'm great with that. Russell Wilson as our starter does like it answers a lot of questions for me, and I was cool with everything else they did after that. So he's the starter, and then Jackson Dart is going to get that 1 year that's like, okay, let's see, whatever, good or bad, we're going to give him that. And then that second, so he's at least 3 years, at least. Daboll should have bought himself at least 3.
Yep. So, and I like that. And you want that too, because you don't want a quarterback coming in and then you changing the system every other year. That's how they did Daniel Jones too. So, you need your quarterback to be comfortable.
I can't believe you even still speak that name, man. I can't lie, bro. I don't know if I'm strong enough to do that. Man, that was that was a lot, man. That was a lot.
And to that point, like they gave that nigga 6 years. Come on now, like Dart leash got to be at least 4,
10. Like. Fuck no. If you gave Daniel Jones 6, you got to get a next quarterback minimum 8.
Yeah, like so it's like you can't just throw niggas to the wolves.
And then also let's just be real. The majority of the Giants fan base, whether that excludes you and I or not, is whatever. But the majority of Giants fan base, they will believe in anything that Eli believes in. When Eli gave his stamp of approval of Jackson Dart, I know, but when he gave his stamp of approval, not just because he went to Ole Miss, but he was like really on it. Like,
he gave his stamp of approval for Daniel Jones too.
And you see why he got 6 years, right? This is what I'm saying. So now imagine what Eli stamp of approval means from a fellow Ole Miss guy, right? Drafted in the first round to the Giants. He like, yo, he's saying all the right stuff. This is where I always wanted to be. I want to play for a coach like him. I love the Giants. He's saying all of the things that you want to hear from your quarterback, especially. So once Eli gave his stamp, I mean, shit, it's like, yo, we want him to be successful because we root for him, but like, we also just want we want to get that feeling back, like that we have with Eli on Sundays, where it's like no matter who we play, I think we got a chance to win. I think we got a chance.
Yep. And we haven't had that. We got a fucking glimpse of what it's like. Not even a glimpse, like, because it's been a while, but we have had the outlook to see like what it's like to be in quarterback hell.
Yeah.
I never want to go back there, bro. Like,
I mean, think about it though. We had Eli for 16
exactly,
years,
that's our
bro.
whole adult life, bro.
From the
Like,
time that I was 16 years old till I was 32,
man,
he was our guy.
yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what's the because I still don't understand people's thought process when they talk about the Giants and a quarterback draft in history and all this kind of shit. Like, bro, since I was 16 years old, they've only had 2 guys.
Yep.
So at what point were we supposed to be in the runnings to draft like this quarterback or that quarterback? Let's not even get to the part like the black quarterback thing, because like what black quarterbacks were we in position to draft?
Right. When we had the same quarterback for 16 years, like,
and then even in the Lamar Jackson draft, like where we took Saquon, it's because they were still trying to see like, okay, well, if we give Eli ample weapons, what can we get out of him? So like it's just a timing thing more than anything. But we've only ever had to know 2 guys. One of them is a legend, and one of them is the name I will not speak. So now we're on our 3rd guy. I'm 37 now. I'm on my 3rd quarter. Obviously we had Tyrod and Gino.
I mean, I guess I'm an old ass nigga because like I'm on like my 5th or 6th, like.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, even if you just want to keep it in just in the just
in the last 25
in the last 25 years, like if you just want to give you a 25-year span, we're on our 3rd guy. Like that's the Browns is on like number 41. This is not hyperbole. Like I might be undershooting it too.
Yeah, facts.
But the Jaguars, how many quarterbacks they had, they still ain't got it right. The Bengals just got, Joe Burrow. They got it right with him.
The Titans
too. Yeah, so it's like, we're not the only one. It's just that the team happens to be in New York, so a lot of people care.
Yeah, that's a good point. So it's kind of like Green Bay too. Same shit. You only had like 3 in the last.
You had Brett Favre when I was a little kid. You had Aaron Rodgers when I was a man. And now you got Jordan Love. Like
he gonna be there for fucking 14,
he's gonna be there
years.
Right. One day when my kids are adults, they're gonna be like, yeah, Jordan Love from the That's just how I go. Yeah, it's just how I go for some teams, man.
But like I said before, I like the direction we're going in. Like we actually have a plan. So Abdul Carter coming in hopefully reinvigorates Kayvon Thibodeau to actually be, to have a pulse.
I hope, man.
Yeah. Brian Burns, he had a pretty solid season last year. So it benefit him as well. Of course, Dexter Lawrence going to do what Dexter Lawrence do.
For sure. Yeah, I'm not worried about him at all.
Our front, like when you look at our front, like we should have a top 5 pass rush easy. And I don't know if you remember or not, last year we led the league in sacks for like the first 6-7 weeks of the season.
Yeah.
Like,
we got off to a great start.
Yeah, it was kind of like deep into the season, bro, and we were still leading the league in sacks. So
that's kind of what had some of us still like believing in shit, because the defense was playing. It was like, if we could figure it out, we can get together. That's why some of my picks in the draft like this year were, well, I know one of them for sure is Darius Alexander, right? Us getting him, we hit on every pick that like the experts, right? They were looking like, if the Giants could get this player right here at this pick, and then we did it.
Yeah.
And I think Darius Alexander was like the first one that like people were like, it'd be crazy if they got him. And
Toledo kid.
Yeah, so we get him, and it's like, okay, maybe we trended in the direction of like, you and I had this conversation years and years ago about Buffalo. Why are the Buffalo Bills such a solid team across the board? Like they tackle well, they cover well, they got a bunch of just solid players, and now we end up getting their, a couple years later we end up getting their GM, their coach. Now I think we're starting to really see when you let Joe Schoen really do what he needs to do,
right? He
can fill the roster out and make us just like a solid team across the board, and we can build on that. You can build a Super Bowl contender from a very solid team. Making picks like this is like where you start.
And that's why like I be finding it hard to like blame the GM all the time. Because now look, so we're in agreement, right? That we're happy with a lot of this shit that we've done this offseason, right?
Yep.
So when the season starts, if these guys start underperforming, then it's like, how can you blame the GM? You know what I'm saying? Like it comes down to coach and player.
It comes down to like what it's the same thing that they talk about in the NBA as a make or miss league, right? Like you make the shot, everybody love you. If you miss it, everybody like, yo, why did you ever shoot that in the first place? So it's the same thing with this. There's gonna be a player in every single draft that people like, how did they skip over him? And it's like,
Right.
bro, if you were there living in the moment, you would have seen how they skipped over him, or how it looked like he got skipped over. But it's just that people were doing the work, and this is what they had to go off for. They didn't have the future to rely on, bro. They had the right now. And for all the picks that he's made in this draft, whichever one of these picks don't perform, I can't put that on him. Like
I can't, because we're like right in the
what
moment.
was he supposed to do?
In the moment, we're happy with it, so we can't just go back 2 years from now. Like, why the fuck he draft this? Like,
absolutely, it's only a certain amount of picks where you like, it's a bad pick in the moment.
Yeah.
And like, damn, why would we do this?
Yeah,
it end up being a bad pick, and you like, yeah, I knew it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's one of those things where it's like Joe Shane, I think, is going to be safe because he's trying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Dayball is just going to have to hope that the quarterback he picked is what he thinks he is. You know what I'm saying? Because the way that they drafted, I'm sure that Dayball had his, say in the rest of the picks too, because this looks like a very like coach GM. This is the type of team we want to establish, and like these picks were like very, it feel like we got a direction, like you said.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, actually, they talk a lot about culture. It actually feels like we're building a culture.
We're trying to build a culture. Yep,
that's what it feels like. and one of my favorite picks of the draft, Cam Scatterbull. Like, I was celebrating when we made that pick. Like, yeah, because he's one of the guys. It's very rare that the team makes a draft pick that I wanted. Like, going into the draft, like, yeah, I want this specific guy. Not necessarily what round, but I want this guy on the roster
at some point. Yeah,
and they did it with Cam Scatterbull, and that shit was like, yo,
that was crazy. I couldn't believe it. My dogs in my group chat couldn't believe it. They was like, yo, how did the Giants get him? My thing was, I didn't even think that he would be in the conversation of like available when we picked that late. And it's like, for him to not only be available for us to do it, I was already looking at the other running backs after him. Like, by the time that round came, I was already looking at the other options. Like, okay, well, maybe we can get homie. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this.
Yeah,
I got that notification, bro, that we dropped. I was like, wait, hold on. This can't be the same Giants.
Shit was insane, bro. Like, like, I would be surprised if like 2 years from now we're not contenders. I would be surprised, bro, because I think it'll move, because we already got the defense. Like, our defense, if they grow together and gel like the way they're supposed to, they'll be good this year off rip.
100%.
I just know it's going to take time for that offense to come into their own. So that's why I say like 2-3 years from now, I think we'll be heavy contenders, bro.
We should be.
The young piece. I mean, Malik Neighbor, and that's not even counting what we'll potentially add next year
for sure
through free agency. They talk about Gabe Davis or
you never know.
So we don't know what direction we'll go in as far as weapons still.
Yeah,
but like the foundation is laid though, and I appreciate that.
No, I do. I like that. I like that they like you said, they laying the foundation right now for the team that they want us to be, because for the last, I guess, 6 years, like our identity week to week is like, how much are they gonna lose by this week? Like, it's not been a opponent to take us serious until like after the game. Like I told you, I thought the turning point for our franchise was the game we played against Green Bay over in London. And I had all but given up on the game. Daniel Jones said, not so fast. I'm about to show y'all why y'all should pay me. I'm about to show y'all, you know what I'm saying, why y'all should believe in me and shit. And I was just like, you know what? For all me being on the fence and all this kind of shit, pay him whatever you want, because like we have a competent quarterback. This is what I'm thinking in the moment. Beautiful game, a game that we would have lost by 40 points if it was, years prior or whatever, right? Like, or just at any other point. That's just what it feels like as a Giants fan. When we won that game, it gave me a sense of false hope. And I started being on that false hope shit for like the next maybe year or two. And I was just like, you know what? It's too much now. So I can't do it.
All them games, that Ravens game, like the Vikings game. It was so many games like, yo, we got something.
And now because of this draft, because of the way that we've kind of, like you said, like built this foundation, I'm excited for Giants football for the first time in a long time.
Facts.
Like, I'm excited because people might hear this and think that I'm saying I'm expecting a bunch of wins. That's not what I'm saying. When I say I'm excited to watch this product. I'm excited to watch these young guys make mistakes, learn, grow, and like get better and develop. Like, I'm excited because we could be on the cusp of watching the Giants come back right now. And then, like you said, 2-3 years from now, let's say we in the Super Bowl and we win it, we can come back to this moment and say,
yeah,
look, that's the moment.
Yep. Or just excited just watch competitive football, man, because we don't even get to watch competitive football no more. The shit be like, come on, bro. Like, niggas don't give you nothing to cheer for.
Yeah, we can't convert third downs. Like,
like we know for a fact they about to convert their third down, whether it's fucking 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 17. Like,
I remember it was a year, dog. It was a year. This might have been like 20. Man, I don't know, 21, 19-ish. I don't know, whatever it was, dog.
That Ram shit,
bro.
I know you're not.
Robert Woods,
yo, that
3rd and like 23 or something.
I already knew he was going with it
because me and you both at that moment. I promise that we was at work, bro. I remember, and I was like, "This is just what happens to us, bro." They could be 3rd and 94.
Niggas is getting it, bro.
Somebody's gonna hook and lateral,
or niggas wide open. Like,
they're gonna get the yardage and get a penalty, and be on the goal line after that. Like, that's the type of shit happen to us
every time, bro. And niggas be thinking I be playing. Like, you only notice this shit when you a fan. You only notice this shit when you a fan, bro.
I'm talking about, bro. We'll get first down. It'll go back. It'll be like, all right, 2nd and 14 now. All right, 3rd and 21, and we like bet. But then after a while, we was just like, how they gonna convert this one now? How they gonna get this one?
nigga might run a draw up the middle for 21. Like, it'd be wild shit. Like, it got to a point where I stopped celebrating early down sacks. Like, niggas get a sack on 1st down, I'd be like, man, that shit don't matter. Show me on 3rd down.
I'd be more nervous when we get a 1st down sack now. I'd be like, oh, now they about to show out on us. They about to open the playbook on us now.
They going down the field for sure. Like, this is about to
happen. I done been like on my way to work and I had to check in on the app. And I think the app was tripping. I'm like, how these niggas get 1st and goal on the 3? Like, that didn't happen. Right. They was just on their own 19.
Yep.
And then I look and it's like, oh, the craziest play you'll ever see. And I'm like, yeah, of course.
You got fucking Tay Banks out there getting fried up, nigga.
Yo, dog, he should have gave that number up too, bro.
Like, bro, I was talking about that the other day, bro. Like, yo,
he's somebody charging too much. He ain't earned that.
And then he changed his number twice. Like, my nigga, you could have just kept the last shit you had, bro. You got like you nice.
Yeah, I don't understand that at all. But I think that the draft accomplished something that we've been waiting on for a very long time as Giants fans. Just like you said, it's just to be just competitive, bro. Like, just competitive football. Whether we win the game, lose the game, whatever, we need to be competitive, bro. You don't build a contender from getting just whooped in every single game and then next season y'all just juggernauts. Like, no, dog, you got to at least be – your floor needs to be higher. Our floor is like just don't lose by 30 points or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not with that shit no more. I'm tired of how that feel. Like, I used to be proud of this team, bro. Like, I used to be proud to be a Giants fan. Whether we lost or whatever, I was proud. But
that shit,
it's been a minute.
Niggas be laughing. Like, it be crazy, bro. Like, you tell a nigga you a Giants fan, niggas look at you crazy.
You don't even want to tell a nigga you a Giants fan.
That used to never happen. Like, never.
Yeah, it used to be like yeah, I'm a Giants fan.
Proud.
I'm a Giants fan. What? We had beat your team probably this week, nigga. I don't like now. Hey man, I'm just here to enjoy a good game, bro.
Now,
That's
even still now, like, I don't like when certain niggas talk though. Like, bro, you act like your team won a Super Bowl in the last 30 years.
No, I'm not accepting it from certain people, bro. It's not.
Yeah,
certain people we can't, like Cowboys fans, whatever, dog. Y'all been beating us and shit, but that don't really mean nothing. Y'all ain't won nothing.
Nope.
At all. So like I don't care about that. Chiefs fans and shit like that, they probably enjoying winning too much to even talk.
They don't got no reason to even say nothing to.
Yeah, they don't got no reason to talk. Yeah, but it's like people like if your team is like
the Lions or some shit like that. Like,
yeah,
bro,
like Lions fans
now, but no, let's not get it fucked up, bro.
The Lions have never been good in my life. I'm born and raised in Detroit, and I'm not a Lions fan because it's not even about the losing. It's about like the. Like surrounding it. Everybody in the city just know they're gonna lose. And it's like, why would I want to? Y'all not really doing the best marketing right now for me to be a Lions fan. Like, I think I'm cool on that.
And it's like, I know you good now, but what does it mean though? You only
They
been
was
good like
bad.
the last 3 years, and I
They was
know
bad
you're not
forever.
about to win no Super Bowl.
Yeah, so it's like they just need to like it's like being new money. You know what I'm saying? You new winning. You gotta slow down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Don't sip that too fast. Now I know you ain't been to this party
Yep.
before. You don't know this is the real shit. You know what I mean? Don't do
Yep.
that. But they
Falcon fans
just
too. Like
no
another example, we live here, so like them
Falcons
niggas.
fans don't get to talk to me about anything. Y'all blew a 28-3 lead in the Super Bowl. I promise you, there's nothing that you can say to me about our current quarterback, our last quarterback, the last quarterback before that, nothing about the Giants in history that you will ever be able to say to me to make me give a fuck about your team.
So that brings up another point. We we got to talk about this shit too. So how do you feel? I'm gonna put you on the spot. How do you feel about the Falcon fans that compare Matt Ryan to Eli Manning? Since we on the topic, since we already there,
The only thing I would ask them is what are we comparing? Are we comparing their Super Bowl performances? I'm saying plural because Eli got plural. So are we comparing their Super Bowl performances? Are we comparing like just the career stats? What are we actually comparing? Because
they say he better. So
Matt Ryan, I vividly remember. Right, like I remember when Matt Ryan got drafted. I remember this. Him and Flacco. I remember. I was like, "Yo, I like both of them, but I like Matt Ryan. So I don't want this to come across as like I'm just shitting on Matt Ryan just because he's getting compared to
I
Eli.
mean,
Like Matt Ryan was
you
cool.
almost got to the way they talk. You almost
Yeah,
got
no, Matt Ryan was cool. He put up a bunch of he had a lot of Andre Drummond games, and what I mean by that is like a lot of high number. You know what I'm saying? High calorie, low protein type shit. Where it's just like it's just for what you put up all these stats for what? That playoff game that they scored the 2 points in, they didn't even score the two. Eli spotted them two by running out the end zone. I remember that vividly. So
I think those are the games that niggas tend to forget when they go into these kind of conversations.
and so all right, let's get into that. Let's get into that thought process, right? Because let's say you bring up the regular season stats and all that, right? I'm never going to sit up here and tell you that Eli was the best regular season quarterback. I didn't trust him a lot of times, but I loved him. So let's get this out the way. Let's say you bring up all these regular season stats and you say, okay, Matt Ryan threw for these yards, he threw for these interceptions, whatever. Cool, right? The number one thing that we use in our culture to talk about sports and separate these guys from those guys is when it matters. So if you putting up all these, points during the regular season, a la James Harden, let's say James Harden, right? James Harden be putting you on these highlight reels and doing all this shit or whatever, but then at the end of the year, everybody's always sour on James Harden because he disappeared when it matters the most. So now that we've established we're grading players based on what they do when it matters the most, why do we now pick and choose on who did what when it mattered? Because Eli still has a record right now to this day that still stands of yards in the playoffs.
Passing yards in the playoffs.
Passing yards in the playoffs, right?
Yep.
He went on the road. Every time we was on the road.
And
he won 2 Super Bowls. So
except for the game we beat the shit out of Matt Ryan. But
yeah. And that was 24-2. Eli gave y'all that. He spotted y'all that too. Please, let's be respectful to Eli Manning because he scored.
It's like
26 points that day.
The nigga's a footnote in one of Eli's Super Bowl runs. Like,
right.
What are we talking about?
Right. And so my thing about the when it matters the most thing is like, okay, if you can do all of these tricks and all these moves and you can hit all these shots, right? When ain't nobody watching, but then when the lights come on, I'm hitting all the shots. Who better for real? Who's greater for real? I think the guy that got it done is probably greater than the guy that didn't in these situations. I'm not saying that if you never won that you can't be great. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is if we're comparing these two individuals, one got it done when it mattered, one blew it tremendously. The worst in history. Like literally the worst in history.
This ain't no small shit.
So I'm just saying, like, what are we actually comparing? Because I remember Falcons fans hating Matt Ryan, saying, I don't want him on my team no more when he was out there throwing for 300-400 yards in these games and all this kind of shit. Like, I've been down here, bro. Like,
And like when the revisionist history kick in, now niggas want to look at what he did numbers wise. It's like nigga,
and that's cool, dog. But like people love numbers. I get that. I understand, but I promise you that the numbers lie to you, bro. Because those numbers not gonna tell you how many times they was down 20 points and he just had to throw the ball and keep getting the empty stats and all this kind of
and
shit.
that was just one of them. That remember the game they lost to the 49ers in the NFC Championship? Like
Come on, bro.
that was another one. Like
come on, bro. Like what are we actually talking about? Like you can't. I don't think you compare Matt Ryan and Eli. Like I don't. I really don't think you compare them two, dog. Like he's Matt Ryan, bro. Like what?
Yeah, it's just Matt Ryan.
I don't know, bro. If people step outside of their bias sometimes, because I can step outside of my bias, bro, and tell you, Eli was not the best quarterback. He was not the most talented. I'm Aaron Rodgers. You can give me a list of niggas, cool. But what does that mean if you can't get it done when it matters the most? I don't care. No GM, I can promise you this. Never been in the war room. I can promise you no GM is ever going to sit there in the draft room and say, you know what? I want to draft a quarterback that a lot of people like, but that never wins anything, but a lot of people like him.
And he's gonna put up some pretty good numbers.
Put up some pretty good numbers. I don't want that guy that's over there that's gonna win me 2 Super Bowls. Don't give me him. Give me the guy that people are gonna vote for in the popularity contest. I thought we was here to win football games and championships and shit.
But then niggas got what they say when the hate don't work, they start telling lies. Then it becomes like his defense carried him and all this other shit. It's like, bro, you must not have watched them games, bro.
I asked them what the last drive looked like. Was it a defensive drive or an offensive drive?
Right.
Just ask him that, because
even like the whole fourth quarter of the first Super Bowl, like when we beat the Patriots, that like the whole fourth quarter, this nigga was going crazy, bro. Like a nigga had like 154, 2 touchdowns.
And you know what's crazy? My favorite Eli Manning game is not even either one of the Super Bowls. It's the NFC Championship game against the Niners.
Yeah,
that's the game where, to me, I felt like all debate should have been over with at that point.
He didn't even have the numbers in that game. It was just one of them gutty.
He was getting up every. Listen, I saw Pat Will and Navarro Bowman put him in the dirt every single time.
Face mask up here.
He was getting up every time, pulling dirt out his face, putting his shoulder pads back in, like every single play, bro. Whether he got it off or not, they was on his ass, and we won that game. I can't. That's it for me. Like, so I'm not talking about like what battles does Matt Ryan have like that? Like,
we talked about that.
What gladiator battles does he have?
Moments. It's about signature moment. Like, what is his signature moment? What's Matt Ryan's signature moment?
Retiring.
Eli has a few. Like, you could literally go down a list of Eli moments where it's like, yo, that motherfucker won.
All the game winners, the game winning drives and all this kind of shit. Like, walking down Bill Belichick's defense in those Super Bowls, like
smoking Aaron Rodgers on the road, like
he smoked Brett Favre too.
Smoked Brett Favre, all them niggas, bro. Tom
in
Brady
Lambeau,
in Lambeau both times.
But see, look though,
Aaron Rodgers was MVP.
But then people will look at that type of resume and be like, yeah, but if anybody else would have did it, you would have been calling it the greatest. If Matt Ryan had a battle that close and like, just banged it out. You know what I'm saying? And like lost by a little bit, they'll give him credit. But he was just losing.
Yeah.
He wasn't beating them when it was time for the money. Like,
nope. Nothing substantial on his
He was up 25 points. And I also don't like that people do the quarterback win thing like all of a sudden.
Yeah,
it's not a real stat.
It's not, bro.
It's not a real stat, bro.
There's a lot of shit that factors into the quarterback record. They say, oh, Eli's a 500 quarterback. I'm like, bro, did you see some of them defenses that Eli had to play with, bro? Like,
yeah, because they don't call that defense a 500 defense. Like, they say that defense was it's the greatest. Yeah, but
if you go look at 2020, if you go look at 2014, Eli's best statistical year of his career, we were horrible. So what does that mean?
Yeah,
what does that mean? Like, he put up the numbers niggas like, he put them up that year.
And that's what I'm saying, bro.
Terrible.
I done seen plenty of games from just not even just Eli, any quarterback ever to ever lace them up. I done seen games where they did enough to win and the defense or special teams gave up a play and they lost. Yeah. So you're not going to tell me that the quarterback deserves all of the blame in the loss and none of the credit in the win. You're not going to tell me that. Like, it's just not.
Niggas just pick and choose, bro. It'd be about like who niggas like for real.
But Matt Ryan fans, I promise you, like, y'all should just be happy. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out something to be happy about with Matt Ryan. I'm not sure.
The thing is, there were no Matt Ryan fan, even Falcon fan, like you said it earlier. Like them niggas really didn't rock with Matt Ryan like that.
They didn't.
When Nick was quarterback. I know plenty of niggas, but we got to get rid of that nigga.
Yeah, they were saying that every week, whether they won or lost, they were saying that every week. Like, I'm tired of Matt. It's over with for him, whatever. Like, I think y'all should just be happy that more people not shitting on Matt Ryan every day. Maybe that's like the silver lining, but when y'all bring it on yourself, don't compare him to a nigga like Eli, but you got to compare him to a nigga like Andy Dalton or some shit like that or something. Yeah, it got to be some type of. And even Jared Goff done smoked him, so like
Jared Goff is a good example because he a motherfucker that put up good numbers, like
for sure, yeah,
he be balling. But at the end of the day, like, is niggas gonna win the championship? Are you gonna do that shit when it count? You got Jello coming out at halftime, and y'all getting smoked by the Commanders. Like,
yeah,
that happened. Not to shit on Goff, but is an example
did.
Of the shit that Matt Ryan do too. Like,
it did. That's what I'm saying, dog. Like Matt Ryan, his I guess his fans, whatever. I don't know, man. Because the Falcons ain't got nothing going on these days, so I guess they just trying to hold on to some type of.
They be better off boosting up Michael Penix, man. At least I like that nigga. Like,
yeah, he got a good do-rag collection, man.
The purple joints and all that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Good kid, man. Good kid.
But man, I just had to get your take on that because like niggas approach me with it. Like,
it's weird, man.
Damn,
it's not even a debate that should happen, bro. Like, for real. I know that like Eli Manning's name is like one of those things that's super polarizing. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I understand that 100%. So I ain't even tripping on that. I'm just saying, to be real with you, like, it's not even a debate. It's not. It's really not. It's not.
It's not, bro. I don't even. And like you said, I don't even have anything against Matt Ryan, but it's just that, like, when you come to me with this shit, it's like, why are you doing that?
Yeah, why him? Like, I don't even want to do that to Matt Ryan, dog. Like, why?
You put me in a bad position, bro.
Yeah, man, you cool. You seem like a cool dude, but like, if Matt Ryan had
shit on him to make a point,
if Matt Ryan had won y'all 2 Super Bowls, there would be nothing that anybody can tell you about Matt Ryan. So imagine, I mean, I know you can't like imagine it when the Super Bowl. I get it, but imagine how we feel about Eli. Like, just imagine for a second.
Oh shit!
Because the Hawks ain't gonna bring you one, so forget about that.
There's no championships coming to the city outside of Atlanta United.
That's it,
bro.
That's the team y'all need to get behind. Is them and the Bulldogs bought y'all some, so shout out to them. But yeah, other than that,
it's a wrap, bro.
Yeah,
not professional.
Get that Matt Ryan shit out of here. For real. For real, bro.
Like,
I tried my best, man. I think I did a good job of not disrespecting him, man. Because I
did.
Because
like niggas make you want to violate when it comes to shit like that. It's because like you bringing it to me. I ain't even asked to shit on Matt Ryan today, but since you gonna make me do it,
if you want me to,
fuck.
I mean, I gotta oblige, man.
Yeah, so just interesting little shit that y'all do. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I think they'd be bored sometimes, man, and it'd just be like, all right, how far can I get with this? Let me see what this would get me. Nah. Nah.
What else interesting happened in the off season with us? Paulson and Debo came.
The defense,
secondary, much needed help.
I'm hype about the quarterbacks that we signed, dog. I really am, because before I knew who we was gonna take in the draft, my whole thing was like getting the right quarterbacks that could be like bridge quarterbacks to help out the next person, could be a good example of what it's like to be a professional.
Right.
Could be a good example to like, all right, look, you're a rookie coming into this league. Let me show you how to move, even on some off the field kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's more important, I think, than on the field. So first, when you get Jameis, right? You get Jameis. I think that Jameis is not still in the league by accident. I think that Jameis is like productive when he goes to places. His personality is something that like the players can feed off of, which matters and it counts for something, especially when you're trying to establish some culture.
For sure.
So I like the Jameis pick, but then I love the Russell Wilson pick because now you got somebody you got another vet. He's won. And he knows what it's like to be like the leader of, a group of guys that got like a bunch of different personalities and strong personalities on defense and offense and everything. And he know how to keep it cool and go out there and get it done. Right. So whoever we drafted at quarterback after that, I would have been okay with it because they're coming into a good situation. So to get a talent like Jackson Dart, my favorite thing about this offseason is the quarterback room for sure. Because the pride of your football team is the quarterback, bro. If you don't have a quarterback you can believe in, you damn near don't even want to watch your team. So I'm looking at this like Russ is our starter. I'm good with that. Jameis the backup. I'm good with that. Dart is the rookie that's like learning from those. I'm excellent with that because when it's his time, Russ got a 1-year deal. Jameis got a 2-year deal. When it's Jackson Dart's time, I have no doubt that he's going to be at least prepared. If he's good enough, we'll see. But prepared, I know he's going to be prepared.
Yeah. I'm real excited about it. I think, like you said, I think what's going to happen is I think Russ, ideally, this is what I want to happen. Russ starts every game this year. If Jackson Dart doesn't see the field, I'm perfectly fine with that. Unless like we're blowing some niggas out, Paul.
Yeah.
And nigga could come in. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that. But outside of that, if he could sit this whole season and then come in next year and have, because I don't think they're gonna re-sign Russ, obviously.
Right.
I think that's why they did it. So Jameis becomes his backup. Jackson Dart takes over as a starter. I'm perfectly. That's how I want it to play out.
Yeah.
So we don't need to waste no more money. I don't want to say waste, but we can't put no more money into Russell Wilson after this year.
For sure.
He did his job though.
Unless Russ have a year where he just win a Super Bowl. Like,
yeah, that's different.
If this one of those years where like Russ is like reinvented himself in New York, he got a young core and like, you know, he just won a Super Bowl. Like, then after that, give him a piece of the franchise if you want.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that. Yeah, that's different. But anything short of that, I think I'm with that being the plan. You know what I'm saying, for us, like ushering in like that new quarterback, because this is the first time that we've had a chance to be excited about a guy who, you know, the coach actually wants. You know what I mean? We hear these stories about the coaches that we had. They wanted this guy, they wanted that guy. Now we got a coach that got his chance to pick. And my thing is, if you swing and miss on the quarterback, at least you tried.
Yeah,
I'm with that. I'm with getting it wrong on the quarterback. I hope we got it right. I feel like we got it right.
I think we did.
Yeah, the more I watch it, you know, on him, the more, you know, the tape I see, the more I listen to him, the more I see him, I'm like, okay, I think we might be on to something. I think it's just the PTSD of being a Giants fan, dog. We just like, man, I hope these training camp throws and OTA throws ain't just, you know what I'm saying? It ain't just smoke and mirrors and shit.
I think we're gonna be good, bro. I think like, and what's cool about this shit, like, you know, when the quarterbacks classes come in, we're gonna compare Jackson Dart to Shedeur and Cam Ward. We're gonna do that shit their whole career. But what's different about this time, I actually like those guys.
For sure,
I know in the past, like, we had kind of different outlooks. I hated Big Ben Roethlisberger. Like, your nigga was Phillip Rivers. You hated Phillip Rivers. So like, we had that shit going on. I think it's cool. Like, from the other side now, it's like, okay,
that I actually don't got no animosity.
Like, I want to see Shedeur do well, and I want to see Cam Ward do well. But like back then, like this nigga, like we used to have these Phillip Rivers debates all the time. Like,
don't get me started on him.
It's like, yo, because I fuck with Phillip Rivers. That's just like, I like the way he played the game.
And I'm gonna keep it 100. When you talk about Phillip Rivers, not Phillip Rivers, Matt Ryan and Eli Manning, you probably be better off comparing Phillip Rivers to Matt Ryan, and Matt Ryan still loses that too.
Real shit.
Like, he still loses that. So I'm saying, but that's a better like conversation to have about guys who like put up the big numbers and, you know, didn't get it done or whatever. But I respect Phillip Rivers though. You know what I'm saying? It was just because he was. It's because he was pitted against Eli, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Don't understand, bro. We used to have these conversations. Like, this nigga used to come to me every day. Oh, your man.
I couldn't believe it, dog. I couldn't believe it, dog. It's like you talking to Judas in the flesh, bro. Like, you what? Like, this Eli, you like, man, Phillip Rivers done. I'm like,
now my beef wasn't with Rivers, bro. It was with that sorry ass, overrated ass Ben Roethlisberger. Like, I don't like that, bro. Like, I felt like even that first Super Bowl he won, he didn't.
They won that despite him.
The nigga had that despite him quarterback rating for a Super Bowl winner ever, bro.
Yeah.
Like, so he got a free ring, and then the second time, I guess he earned that one, but it was like, bro. And then I just got so tired of niggas comparing him to Eli, like, because Eli like really went out and got his shits, like.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you said, usually we're forced to like make a rival out of like one of the other quarterbacks, but this year I don't feel no type of way about none of them because I like Shedeur a lot. Love Cam Ward the most. Like, that's not even like surprise. Like, I love Cam Ward.
About it, they over there. They in the AFC, so
it's way over there. So Is 100%. So it's like with Cam Ward, dog. I'm like legitimately rooting for Cam Ward, bro. Like I'm rooting for him. You know what I'm saying? This ain't gonna be no. Oh, you secretly a touch? No, I'm a Cam Ward fan all the way,
my
100%,
guy, bro. Period.
1,000,000%. Yeah.
Whether he on the Giants or not, like, and then I don't like the way niggas tried to shit on him. Like, if he was in the draft last year, he'd be the fourth bet. I'm like, yo,
I hate when people do that, dog.
Because
we might look up a couple years from now and they'd be like, damn, Cam Ward would have been number 1 in any draft. So like, let's not do those. Let's not play those games. Like,
it's like they talk as if they just know, like the nigga. He gonna be average,
and mostly it'd be people that never watched the game. I'll be asking them like, "Yo, dog, did you watch the Miami games?" Because I watched every one of them, every snap, nigga. I watched every single game, dog, every game, and he did not have the best supporting cast by a long shot. His receivers were decent. Restrepo was very clutch and reliable for him. His running game really wasn't much to talk about. Offensive line, whatever.
Yeah,
defense non-existent.
Defense was just hard. Like the worst
giving up plays. From the opponent's 20-yard line to their 20 was like open game. You could just throw the ball wherever you want, run it wherever you want.
Every week gonna be a shootout, and that nigga got to be Superman. That's what the Miami games were last year.
Yeah, 100%. So it's like I got love for all of the quarterbacks that are like the bigger name guys. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really got no issue, with none of these dudes at all.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun season to watch, bro. Like, just from even just a quarterback standpoint, we get to see McCarthy finally make his debut and all this shit. Like
Wolverine, shout out to the dog. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what he do. I think he got set up right. You know what I'm saying? He's for somebody who people look at as like limited. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got some weapons that like can hide some of those. So I think it's a good situation for him. I'm glad Minnesota is like giving him a real chance and not shipping him out and trying to make him start over somewhere else. So
I mean, shit, they almost have to now because they don't have what's the name no more. So
Darnold.
Yeah, they don't have that anymore. So
yeah, so I mean, I'm excited to see that, man. I'm excited for the league this year overall because I think it's some hell of a players. Like I want to see what's your man went to the Raiders.
Geno.
Yeah, no. The running back that they just took. Ashton, was it Ashton?
Yeah, Ashton
Jeanty. Yeah, I'm excited to see him. I want to see if he's, you know what I'm saying, if he's going to transition like to the league. Because, we came up in the era where college running backs was like dogs, and then they get to the league and we like, I don't know. You know what I mean? So I'm always excited to see how running backs.
Trav too. It's simp. It's simp, but I want to see him play football. This nigga went out all the way bad. Like we could do a whole hour stream on that shit alone. Like,
boy, yeah, shout out to him, man. But hey, good luck, brother. Yeah, no, it's definitely some guys, man. Some guys in the league. I want to see what T-Mac look like in Carolina. I think he could probably. I think, man, they could be okay. I'm not saying they could be some world beaters and like that, but they could be okay. Yeah, Bryce started to turn it on a little bit. You got him a weapon over there that's reliable. Well, that seems to be reliable.
Hopefully he don't regress. Like, I'm still kind of skeptical of Bryce, but
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see.
But they could be okay. They could be whatever. You know what I'm saying? Some tryhards. You know what I mean? But
good kid.
Yeah, good kids, man. It could be some good kids and shit, man. But yeah, I'm excited. But the most important thing about this whole thing, like that we been talking about, is I'm excited about the Giants for the first time in a long time, dog. I haven't been excited about Giants football since like, man, I can't even tell you, dog.
Yeah, it's been.
I'm talking about like excited, like because you loyal to your team, you gonna watch them. So like every year the season starts, you got expectations, you got hopes and shit. You just delusional because we fans. It is what it is. But if you talking about being like legitimately excited about Giants football, this is the first time that I can remember in a long time, dog. For real. Like
let's go through this shit real quick.
Yeah,
this schedule. Giants Commanders week 1. Who you got?
Where the game at?
We on the road. We start the game. We start the first 2 games on the road this year, which is crazy. But
I don't want to jinx us, but I feel like that's a game we might possibly we could probably get that, man. We probably can get that on some field goal shit.
Playing well last year.
Yeah, I think we can get that on some field goal shit, bro. I do.
Cowboys Giants week 2 in Dallas. Okay,
I'm gonna sound delusional when I say this. And the only reason I'm sounding delusional is because the history is not on our side. The recent history is not on our side. I think we can get. I think Dallas is vulnerable, bro. We can get them.
So you got us 2-0 going into week 3.
I know it sounds crazy.
Niggas just talked about delusion and went straight to the 2-0. Like,
hear me out.
Like, fuck it. Chiefs Giants, and that's fucked
Don't
up how they
even-
did us. Niggas start at home. How is that our home opener, bro? Come on, bro. They ain't niggas even gets a chance to win our
They
home.
want us to get embarrassed at home, man. I'm not even going to discuss the Chiefs, man.
Then they put this shit on prime time. Yo, we don't never win prime time games. First of all,
but I ain't gonna lie though, bro. We got to see what that pass rush looking like, man. Abdul Carter might suplex Pat ass out there, nigga.
I hear you, and I hope that's true. Like, but
yeah, I'm gonna get the Chiefs that one for sure.
That's a setup.
I'm giving the Chiefs that one.
Home opener on fucking at 8 p.m. against the Chiefs, bro.
I'm gonna get the Chiefs that one.
That shit got ass whooping written all over it. I ain't gonna lie.
It do.
Okay, so that's 2-1. Chargers, Giants. This is a legit chance to win a game at home.
It's a chance to win a game at home, but it's against a team that's like, for some reason, no matter how whatever we are, they always just kind of got our number. I'm gonna probably have to get that one to the Chargers, bro, because I just don't. They just a weird matchup for us. They was a weird matchup for us when Eli played. Like, so I don't. It's something about the Chargers that I just got bad energy with. So I'm gonna get them that one.
You brought it back down to reality real fast. Now we 2-2 going into the Saints. We should beat the Saints.
We should beat the Saints.
We on the road though.
We should beat the Saints.
We on the road, so
just them having Tyler Shaw's energy in the building, we should beat them.
So that's 3-2. Oh God. Home game against the Eagles.
Please, next, because I don't even like giving them that much credit.
3-3. Let's just Giants Broncos. That's a tough game out in Denver. Like, I don't like that spot.
I don't like that spot either. But that is the Russ revenge game.
There's something there.
You got something to play for. I'm taking us.
You taking us?
I am. Where we at?
4-3. So shit.
That sounds delusional as fuck.
4-3 going into the Eagles.
Come on. 4-4.
4-4.
We're not going. Yeah.
4-4 going into the 49ers, but we at home though.
Okay. Shout out to my man Kev. It's my brother. He's a 49ers fan. I can see us getting this one. I can.
We at the crib.
I can. I'm not scared of Purdy like that. I'm really not. And we at home. I'm not scared. And I think by this point of the season, that pass rush and that secondary should be clicking. So I'm giving us this one. I am. Yeah, I'm giving us this one. 5-4, right?
5-4.
Okay.
And we should win the next game, even though it's on the road against the Bears, because I don't believe in them niggas like that.
I don't believe in the Bears like that either. I'm giving us that one.
So that's 6-4. Oh my God.
This is a very Russell Wilson kind of season too so far. 6-4.
6-4. We got a very playoff team almost.
This is a Russell Wilson type of season, I think.
Then Green Bay comes into town the next week.
I don't like us matching up against Green Bay. That's the Xavier McKinney game.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna probably get that one. I'm gonna get Green Bay that one. Just on the respect tip. That's
6-5. Lions up next in Detroit.
I actually don't like that one for us either. I don't. I wouldn't be surprised if we could win that game, but I don't like that game for us. I think the Lions just got too much recent culture built up. You know what I'm saying? So I think that we'll probably I'm gonna give the Lions the respect, and they're at home too. I'm gonna give them the respect of saying that we might not get that one.
6-6. On to the Patriots. We should win that game.
We should win that one.
It's on the road, but they
should win that game. They don't even know what they're gonna do with Stephon Diggs right now. So
facts. The nigga on boats snorting cocaine and all
that. Yeah. So we should get that one.
Okay. Are we sweeping the Commanders? Because them niggas come to us the next
I don't think so. So you could swap out one of those wins and losses, whatever. I think we're gonna lose to them at some point. So 1-1.
So that puts us at 7-7.
Yeah. So if you wanna swap out my prediction from week one,
yeah,
to with this one, you can. So this one I'm leaving on the table. You can swap it out.
So you just know I think
we're gonna split with them for sure. Yeah. So 7-7, I got us.
7-7 going into the Vikings game, which we at home for. I like us in that game.
I do too, but
I like
the Vikings was a bad matchup for us too, man.
But that was with Darnold. We made that nigga look like Dan Marino though. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what, I guess it just depends. Like a lot of this shit just
depends on what JJ doing at that
Yeah.
point of the season. You know what I'm saying? So like if he's I think if he's what I think he's gonna be, I don't think that game is like unwinnable. So if we at home, I'm gonna take us.
That's 8-7. So
Okay.
you got us at 8-7 with 2 games left in the season. And the next one is against the Raiders in Vegas.
Damn, bro. Oh my God. I'm about to sound crazy. I'm about to sound so crazy, bro, because I think we can beat them.
That's a 9-7. So you got us like borderline playoff team.
Damn, bro. I know I sound crazy.
It basically comes down to the last Cowboys game. If you think we splitting with them or not,
I think we split with the Cowboys.
You had us beating them the first.
I think
time.
At best we gonna split with the Cowboys for sure. We gonna split with the Cowboys.
So 9-8 is the official prediction.
I mean, look, think about it though. Of the games that I said we could win, we should win.
Yeah.
I know the schedule.
It's always games that you think
it's like last year.
Yeah.
I predicted the record, but I was wrong on the games that it was going to be. I thought we was going to probably lose to the Browns and beat Washington. And then we ended up losing to Washington and beating the Browns. So like we swapped those 1 and 1 out. So I'll say this: 9-8 if the team performs at its absolute best. This is what I'm basing This is what I'm basing when I say we could win those games. I'm saying not at our floor. If we play our best football, we can win 9 games this year. However, what might be more realistic is us winning like 7.
That was my prediction. I think we're gonna go 7-10.
So 2 of those wins in there. I'm gonna be real with you. I picked on some I'm just my team. I love these niggas and I hope they win.
Yeah, because that Broncos game,
my realistic prediction for the Giants, I put it like this, right? Let me just give my full prediction. Regardless of how they get these wins or who they get these wins against, I think that our record will be 7-10 realistically. And if shit goes our way completely, 9-8 is where we can be. 7-10 is probably my realistic expectation for this team. And if we fall below 7-10, I think it was a disappointment.
Yeah.
9 is the ceiling for me right now.
That's how I'm looking at it too. Like literally the same exact way across the board. Like I expect to at least be 7-10.
Yes, 7-10 will get me 7-10 will make me happy about this season, and I will feel vindicated. Talking right now about us.
We on our way.
What we did. Yeah, I think we on our way if we can win 7 games. Anywhere from 7 to 9. Hey, perfect. I'm on board. Yeah, I'm really on board. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
But if we fuck around, come out and win 4 or 5 games, it's like,
now listen, expect these expectations to change. Because if we come out and we 3-0, I'm coming back on here talking about booking for the Super Bowl. Just let you know. So I'm just don't make no plans right now for February next year. I'm just saying.
Well, we ain't finna be. We not about to be no Dallas niggas, man. Like, you know what they saying?
Oh no, we ain't gonna never beat them. We seen our team win since we was old enough to buy alcohol with our own ID and shit.
I'm telling you,
Pac and Big. I say this all the time. Pac and Big was booking studio time last time they won. So we're not talking about. We ain't gonna talk no shit like that with Dallas fans. I say this every time they get brought up.
Oh shit!
Big and Pac was running around calling engineers like, "Hey, you free to?"
Damn,
it's not happening, dog. They got to go watch that shit on VHS, dog. It's over.
Just to bring you niggas some kind of perspective, yeah.
Just
Big was running around.
Yeah, let's be real here, guys. Like, you know what I
mean? Y'all celebrating VHS championships, man.
Yeah, we not with it, bro. Not with it. Not with it at all. So yeah, 7 wins realistically, 9 wins if everything goes right. That's where I'm at.
I fuck with it heavy. Like, I just think obviously the defense is gonna have to carry this year for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're gonna keep us in a lot of games. I even think like even the games we lose, I don't think we get smoked. I don't want to see us get smoked.
That's the key. The key is how you lose those games. You lose those games, 1 possession games, field goal games, and shit like that. I can live with that.
Yeah.
But if you just getting ran off the field, then I can't respect it.
I don't want to see none of that shit this year. Like I don't want to see no games being over in the first quarter or the first half. Like I can't. I'm over that shit. Like,
I can't respect that as progress. If we out there still getting smoked, this is not a team that should be getting just smoked, bro. If we lose, we lose. But getting stepped on is insane.
So if we saying 7-10 and those 10 losses, like none of them shits could be like we just getting ran off the field.
Yeah, if you got a couple losses in there, that's like, all right, you lost by 10 here.
That's
You
cool.
might have lost by
Depending on
13
the
over
score
there.
game.
Yeah, depending on what it is, dog. You lost by 13 over here or whatever. Okay, cool. Don't have no 35-10 games and no 42-14 game. Like we can't have that.
I don't want to see none of that shit this year, bro.
If you losing some 19-14 games, 23-8, 17 games, okay, cool.
We didn't execute on a final drive here and there. Like
went for it on fourth, it didn't work in our favor, or whatever. Cool. I'm okay with that.
A big stop. Like
yeah, I'm okay with that. We trending in the right direction, but getting ran up the field.
None of this Rams 51 17 shit going on.
Any of that shit happen? Nah, I'm not with it.
And even beyond that, like I want to see a lot of these. I want the expectation in my head to not be we're giving up 3rd and 16. Like,
see,
I want that part of my fucking brain deleted.
Once I'm able to go to the kitchen safely when it's 3rd and like 11 even.
Yeah.
Right? It's 3rd and 11 and I can get up and go get a snack or a refill on my drink without worrying about what the Giants just did.
Yeah.
That's when I feel like we really all the way back. Cause like now, bro, I told you earlier, 3rd and 94, bro, they're gonna convert.
Niggas is getting it.
Trust me.
Even if it's a hold, 5-yard, an automatic first down. Like
it's gonna be holding, offensive interference, it's gonna be face mask on the offense. It's gonna be all like on the defense. Like it's gonna be it's gonna be all type of it's gonna be us.
That shit always
all the way. 9 penalties that offset that equal up right to what they need to get.
So basically I need this shit to be like a reprogramming of my fucking brain year for the Giants. Like y'all gotta delete all that shit that I've been seeing over the last 12 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to see all that shit gone, and
I need to see it from game one, bro. I don't think it's unrealistic to say that game one we need to see progress, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like go sustain the drive for real. Like why we can't be the team that we got the ball all quarter? Like why we can't be that team, dog? We done seen it happen to us plenty of times. Why we can't be the team?
Or be the team that got the ball last. Like how many times we got to get it? I can't even count. That's another thing. I can't even count the amount of times where we needed a fucking stop to win a game and we got it. Like
dog, it just don't happen to us. That's what I'm saying.
Can we have the ball last instead of like niggas? We know we up 2. Them niggas got the ball. It's 1:35. They just gonna get in field goal range, run the rest of the clock out, and be kicking a buzzer beater field.
It's like how it's like we've been bad for so long that we asking for the bare minimum. Like how Jay-Z said, I don't want much. Fuck, I drove every car. Some nice cooked food, some nice clean draw. That's all we want is the essentials. We're not asking for the Ferrari in the driveway, bro. We just asking, can I just fill my tank up, bro? We asking for the bare minimum shit. That's it. That's not too much to ask for. It's not.
Yeah, like I'm not asking you niggas to make a playoff push, bro. Like at all.
I'm just asking y'all to just like
be competent,
play the game like I'm sitting around people that want to make jokes about y'all. Please, bro.
Yeah, like
think about me when you playing, dog.
Yeah, like and we tired of being embarrassed, nigga. Like it's
come on,
long enough. Like niggas been the laughing stock for 12, 13 years, bro.
Teams can't just see us on the schedule and be like, oh, that's a dub. Like it can't be that.
Like how like that episode of Gil's Arena where that nigga said we playing sack. When that nigga Nick Young said we playing sack, nigga. Nigga, we ain't had no shooter. We barely had shoot around for you niggas,
man.
Like,
that's like don't even worry about that. We're not even discussing that for real. Like we probably not even having conversations about who we playing, dog. So
exactly.
Yeah, we can't have none of that this year. None of that. Yeah. But I'm excited though. That's the main thing. That's the most important thing is that they got Giants fans excited again. And that was a tough thing, dog, after this Daniel Jones era. I can't believe I just said that name. It took a lot. It took strength for me to say that name there, man.
I ain't say it, but you said it earlier.
Man.
I ain't say nothing. I let you slide, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm trying not to, man. I'm trying to get it out of my system. So, thank you. I appreciate that.
After this year, it won't be there. Like
so it won't name and never get spoken again, dog.
Speaking of that, I ain't even gonna go into it. I think that nigga about to win a job, but that's a whole nother.
He might. And
they saying Richardson looking.
That'll be actually exciting because I want to see other people watch it now. Now I want to see other people have to.
My nigga Merk is a Indianapolis Colts fan, bro. Like, so I've been talking shit to this nigga. Like, yeah, you about to see.
Because I'm telling you, because there's some Colts fans that I follow on social media that had all the Daniel Jones jokes in the world, boy. Oh man. And then they signed him, and then they was like, They was like, man, I'm about to block the Colts on everything. Like, yeah.
Now, if he come out and ball, then what?
Hey, I'm gonna be like, this is exactly what the Giants get. Cause like this is our luck. This is just what it is. Like, but what player left the Giants and went on to just cook?
Nobody.
Other than just like right now, like Saquon did. But
well, fuck him.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's what I'm saying. Like he, whatever. It is what it is.
Now that's a name I don't want to. I don't even want to, bro.
He on the one-on-one with the Prez on the jet and all that shit too. Like, yeah, he's a clown. He's a clown all the way. Yeah, he's a clown.
Yeah, that just fucked my mind up. Like, think about that bitch ass nigga, but that shit.
He's a clown.
But I'm looking for, like you said, I'm just looking forward to some fucking competent football. You niggas don't got to go out there and be world beaters, man. Just don't embarrass me when niggas is over. I'm on the grill and niggas got drinks and all that. Like, nigga, just give me something.
Luck said, bro. I'm gonna put this money up, but look, Mookie, don't embarrass me, please. Please, man, do not embarrass me, man. Just don't. That's all I'm asking for.
That's it.
Don't.
That's it. Like, just let's make the Giants football great again, man.
Please, man. Please. We're gonna be all right, though. I think we're gonna be all right.
I'm cooking on the fucking grill week 1 like I always do.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts. Yeah.
So
I'm ready. I'm ready already.
Facts. Oh, we still got to pick a game. Like we got to hit a game, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we could figure something out. We could definitely figure something out. We could I'll pull up the schedule again and we can see what's up. But we definitely can make something happen. Absolutely.
They just like fumbled last year because the niggas came here. So like, but niggas was not pulling up to.
I was not going to go watch that product, bro.
Yeah.
No, there was no way. There was no way I was going to watch them. Nope. Before the season, I was like, yeah, let's go. But then I started seeing how the season was going. I said, yeah, you know what? I think I'm good on that.
Yeah, I'm not
paying for parking and going down there battling with that traffic to go watch that shit.
And niggas talking crazy. Like I don't have shit to cheer for. I know we gonna lose. Like,
yeah, and I ain't trying to hear all that. I'm cool. I'm good, brother.
So,
straight.
That's basically, man, our outlook on the season, man. Hopefully, man, niggas.
Hopefully they prove us right, man.
Yeah,
that's what it's seeming like right now. You know what I'm saying? I like the energy. You know what I'm saying, around the team right now. I like all of the people that cover the Giants and everything. They seem to have a positive outlook, and these are not people who are optimistic a lot because like they're Giants fans. So like optimism, where you know what I'm saying. So they seem to be excited. Seems to be a new energy, just kind of like around the team in general. You know what I'm saying. So I think we can be happy about that. But yeah, Cam Scatterbo, I think is probably that's like obviously Abdul Carter is the flashy pick, Jackson Dart as well, but Cam is the one that
Cam's gonna be on the field.
That's the one that I think that the city and the fan base is gonna get behind and be like, yo, this is like he's one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like we got us one.
So, yes, bro.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy because like out of all the players, I'm most excited to see him. And I know Abdul Carter is like
I think a lot of people share that same sentiment. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Abdul Carter obviously is the trophy pick, the draft and shit. But Cam,
when he touched the ball, it's gonna be like
I think his highlight reel week to week is gonna be crazy, bro. I do.
Man,
I do.
I fuck with the 44. He got the 44, the Bradshaw. Like I fuck with all of it. Like,
I like that. Shout out to my Bradshaw. That's a Giants. You talk about Giants legends.
That's my favorite. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Like Ahmad Bradshaw is in like my top maybe 3 Giants of all time.
I'm not mad at that at all because like he deserved that, bro. He earned that.
Yeah, like
he earned that.
I just fuck with the way he played. Like what they said, that nigga run like he mad at grass. Like
real shit though, bro. Every time he got the ball, it was like, oh yeah, this might be to the house.
That was my nigga, bro.
Yeah. Shout out to Ahmad Bradshaw.
360 spike, man. Shout out to Ahmad Bradshaw, bro.
Dog. Yeah. Nah, we gonna be all right, man.
For sure. Niggas looking forward to that, man. Yeah. Y'all motherfucking we're gonna be back. Like I said, we're gonna try to do this shit more regularly, like football season.
Yeah, football season. On 100%.
Even if we got to tap in once a week to review the game or whatever,
we can do that. Yeah, no, for sure.
So yeah, Giant shit. Y'all know what it is. Like niggas we back. We think. I got.
We back. We think should go on a t-shirt, dog. We need that on the shirt right now. We back. We think. Real shit.
We need that. So we're gonna get them shits printed up.
Yeah.
We think. So
Yeah.
we hope, nigga.
We hope. We hope on the back and shit. Like,
we
need those.
Hope. Yeah. yeah. About with the
yeah. Type shit.
So yeah. Fly Free Sports. Mari, man, it's always a motherfucking pleasure to have you, man.
Always, bro. You already know. Yeah,
y'all check his shit out too, bro. Anything you want to link them to?
Yeah, just offer the love, you know what I'm saying? Like that'll be back up soon more consistently, you know what I'm saying? Like when we when I get back to doing that. And the parenting pod that's yet to be named. Well, we named it. I just don't want to. I can't put the name out there just yet. But yeah. No, we out here though.
Cooking.
Yeah, we out here.
Yeah. Y'all stay tuned. Like I said, all the content I got coming up, Fly Free Sports. I got a pile with my lady coming out. Two things could be true. Pile with my cousin. We about to start getting more content, like I keep referring to time and time again. Like we just gonna keep
working, man. Yeah,
just gonna keep working, bro. We'll fuck with y'all later, man. Tap in, Fly Free Sports, and we out.
Yes, sir.